Hey guys, I got Tonya here with me. She's another one of the students in the program. So thank you for being here, Tonya.
You're welcome.
Hey, just kind of starting out, tell us a little bit of kind of about yourself, where you were prior to joining this program, and what really had you looking for something else, and what made you join.
So prior to joining, I was in between cleaning houses and dealing with 5 kids and losing my husband. So there really wasn't a whole lot going on for me. I was actually brought into BAM by a friend of mine, and we had been in for, I don't know, I think it was about week 4, and we've been in it for like 9 months, 10 months now, something like that. So it was around week 4 when I was going through the training videos, and I had just gotten past the backlinks part of the course, and it was just like, man, this could be so huge for so many different people, like all walks of life, all around the world. Like anybody can do this. So it was kind of one of those where, the friend and I were on the phone together, and it was just like, man, like, what did you get me into now? Kind of deal. Like, and I've known him for over 30 years. So it was just kind of like, he calls me one day and he's like, I found this thing on Facebook and I think we're going to do it. What is it? So he tells me about the course and everything. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll try it, I guess. So, he calls me a couple of days later and he was like, get ready. We're starting tomorrow morning. And I'm like, okay.
And so once you jumped in, though, how long did it take you to actually realize that this was actually legit and it can and will work for anybody that really wants it to?
It was about week 4.
Once you started actually getting through the meat and potatoes of the training and stuff?
Yep. Once I got through, I think it was like the first half of the training, I was just like, man, this is crazy. And having never done anything like this before, when you're trying to soak in all this new information that is just being thrown at you, like you're so mind blown by it, you just can't help but just kind of like sit back and just kind of take in what you've already learned, and then everything else that you find out from the people that are in the community that have been doing it for way longer than you have. It didn't take long for me to realize that this is 100% legit all the way across the board.
Yeah, and about the community, that's one thing you just kind of brought up, and I know you made it after the first, what you said, about a month in, you said it was just kind of like overwhelming. It was almost like just a ton of new information, right?
Oh yeah.
How was that information relayed? Was it too much, or was it broke up, and did it flow to where anybody, like I said, that really doesn't have any experiences could actually understand it? I mean, obviously it's going to be hard at first, because I remember when I did it. Like you said, new information, it was almost an overload.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was broke up into kind of bite-sized pieces to where, if you didn't understand a certain piece, you could ask the community about it, and right. The mastermind. So what's your experience when you were going through it?
When I was going through it, it was a whole lot of information at once, and it was just like, okay, I think I kind of get it, but I'm not sure. So I would just, jump in the community and ask it, and it would take literally minutes before somebody was jumping on, saying, hey, this is another way to do it, or try it this way, or think of it this way. So, I mean, the responses that you get from the community are just insane. And it's not just like one person will reply and then like 4 hours later it's somebody else. Oh no, it's like 5 people at once. It's crazy.
That's awesome. So you've always got the help that you needed when you needed it.
Oh yeah, like instantly. It was insane.
What How has this changed your mindset?
My mindset, it kind of took a while for the mindset for me to kind of change just because of, other stuff I had going on in the personal life and some of the stuff that a couple of my kids were going through. But now it's like everything just seems to be clicking. Like, the goals that I want, um, the goals that I want to set, and just certain things that I want that I see other people in the group that started out about the same time as I did. I see how far they've come and the kind of goals that, they set for themselves. And it's like, man, I could do that times 10 easily. So, you know, it's just kind of one of those things where if you don't really sit down and think about it, it's not going to come to you right away. Some people it will, some people it doesn't. For me, I was one that it didn't come to right away. Like it took some time. But I was also, I'm helping other people within the community too. So, I'm pretty busy.
Well, what was some last parting words that you would have for anybody that's watching this and that is on the fence about even possibly, getting on a phone call? Any words for them?
It is so worth it. That first initial phone call, it's completely worth it. It's worth taking the time out to at least listen, to, really think about it, because where I was almost a year ago compared to where I'm at now, just like, mentally,
Yeah.
is a complete 360 for me.
It's definitely a mindset change. That's one of the things I noticed when I came in. Like it completely changes your mindset.
Oh yeah, like, and you almost don't even notice it because you're so busy with the course itself. And it's like you just wake up one day and everything just starts clicking all at once. So, if you're one that isn't really too sure, like skeptical, like I was really skeptical when it first got brought to my attention. I'm like, man, you know how many of those things floating around on, I mean, they're just everywhere. I'm like, are you really sure about this? So, once the phone call was, had happened and everything, and it was like, all right, let's try it out. Let's see how it works. Like, I don't have nothing to lose, but I've got everything to gain.
Yeah.
And so far, it has been the biggest change in my life all the way across. Like the way I the way that I assess certain situations, the way that I think about business, it's all changed. The people that I get to talk with every day, the mentors, like the coaches, like it's unbelievable.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time, Tonya, to jump on here and just kind of tell your story. And hopefully, if there's anybody on the fence watching this, hopefully they'll at least book a call and maybe see you on the other side and get to talk with you later.
I hope so, man. It would be so great to meet, more and more people.
Awesome. Thanks, Tonya. You have a great day, and we'll talk soon, okay?
All righty.